Hey underdogs, ever thought your passion for art could revolutionize the sneaker world? Meet Josiah, the visionary artist transforming sneakers into wearable masterpieces. From canvas to custom kits, Josiah's unique designs are setting trends and capturing hearts. Dive into his journey and see how he redefines self-expression, one sneaker at a time. Ready to be inspired? Well, stay tuned. Full Court Dreams, the underdog's voice, is proudly sponsored by Rehab to Perform. Are pain or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Our friends at Rehab to Perform have you covered. Now open in Owings Mills with 9 other locations across the DMV. R2P will get you back in the game and ready to perform. Visit rehabtoperform.com and start your journey to peak performance today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Full Court Dreams, the underdog voice. I'm your coach. I said coach. I was about to say coach. I'm your host, Coach Q, and today we're diving into a unique blend of art and sports, passion and purpose. So we're taking a little turn today, guys, but still a great underdog story. Our guest is none other than Josiah Fletcher, the owner of Soul Resurrector.
Yes, sir. Soul Resurrector.
Soul Resurrector. I like that name, man. Professional sneaker customizer and restorer based in PG, Maryland, DC. Josiah, it's great to have you on the show today, man. How you been?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. It's my first podcast. I feel great today. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We just celebrated. My stepdaughter just had a baby yesterday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's why my wife just ran in and out.
Yeah.
She's at the hospital for the last couple of days. She's gone. She gone back. Yeah, she had a little boy.
Nice. Yeah, congratulations.
I appreciate that. Little bundle of joy. She thought, when you made the babies, here you go.
Ready to get her out of here already.
I ain't babysitting and tell that boy 5 years old. They're not babies. Yeah, I ain't. My day's done.
Yeah, you might just change your mind.
Yeah. He said, what you gonna have the baby call you? I said, he gonna call me Tupac. Yeah, because our father, the first grandfather, right?
Yeah.
So I'm the second one. So I said, just like Tupac, you can call me Tupac.
That's cool. I mess with that.
A lot of people like, oh, that's cool. Right? That's unique. Yeah. Ain't nobody else think about it. Don't be trying to steal my name, people. Yeah, don't be trying to steal my name out there in the world now, y'all. Oh, him my grandson called me Tupac. No, and you can't do it unless you just granddad. So
yeah, you heard it here first.
Right. Don't even try. See, I should copyright that.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, don't be trying to do it for me. Don't even try.
Hey, by the time the episode release, you might already got it copyrighted.
Oh man, I got you. All right, man. Let's get started at the beginning, Josiah. Like you mentioned that your journey began with the desire to have like your own unique pair of sneakers, right?
Yeah.
To match the outfit. It was one particular outfit.
Yeah, this was during COVID as well. During COVID, I was still in school, and at the time I had got my refund check.
Mm-hmm.
So what had happened was I had seen this sweatsuit from this local brand called Silenzio, and I had really wanted it, but everybody had the same shoes, which is Air Force. Air Force go everything,
right.
Classics. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to have the same exact shoes as everyone, so I was like, you know what? Let me just figure out how to like paint shoes or make my own shoes.
Right.
So I do my research. I'm like diving deep into it. Like you would think like I had to write a paper on customizing shoes. Do all my research, then I use my refund check to buy all the supplies I need. Got the supplies in and locked myself in my room. I was painting maybe for a whole day or two. And when I finished them, I was like proud of them. I showed my best friends and everything. I was like, yeah, I think this is what I really want to do in life. Because at the time I was an artist, but that wasn't really like my true passion to sell art. But when I did the shoes, I was like, oh, this might be my lane as far as art goes.
Right.
So that's what brought about sneaker customization.
Yeah, I mean, you. Sometimes you go through life like doing stuff. You passionate about something, but you're like, I don't want to do it in that area, in that type of niche, and then something like that pop up. Okay, my artist now I can use that.
Right.
I'm saying do this, and it happens. It happens all the time. Look at me, like I played basketball, but I didn't really think I was gonna be a basketball coach.
Yeah.
Never thought about it. You know what I mean? I ain't never think about, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast. You know what I mean? About, you know, underdog, because I felt as though I was an underdog when I was coming up. But that's great, man. That's great. What spark? I said Paul. Goodness gracious, I can't even talk today. What sparked your passion for speakers customization?
But sneaker customization, it was a combination of art and sneakers. Growing up, I wasn't able to get all the shoes that I wanted, because, being poor, living in the hood.
Right,
Mom not gonna get you everything you want.
right.
So
Oh, don't tell
it's
these kids that these days, boy. These parents break their neck. Likes to be cut off.
man,
Likes to be cut off before they go ahead and pay all this money
man,
to
they be
buy you.
having all types of designer.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I think half the stuff be fake.
it DH Gate.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, for me, my mom ain't couldn't really afford to give me all the shoes that I wanted. One day, like in ninth grade, I just started like drawing them because that's I was already an artist, so I
Right.
can't get what I want, so I'm just gonna draw them, and it looks so realistic. People be like, "Oh snap! Like you drew that? Yeah, I drew it. It looks like it's like right out the book, like it's popping out at you."
Wow.
Fast forward, like my senior year, maybe like my senior year of high school,
Hmm.
I finally able to buy my own pair of shoes. I bought the Space Jam 11s 2016.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was my first pair of Jordans ever. I was 17. I had to pay. I spent pretty much like my whole check for them. I was determined to get them. I was like, first chance I get, I'm buying myself some Jordans, and then the love just grew from there. Like just from not having them. So like now, like whenever I see a shoe that I like really want, I'll either get it or like I'll create my
Mm.
own version of it.
All right, so combining sneakers, art, is quite a creative venture, right? So when did you realize that this could be more than just a hobby and potentially a career? And what was the turning point for you?
Well, when I realized it was basically like when I like the moment I created my first custom sneaker,
Mm.
because at that time I felt lost. Well, I'm in school for art, but I don't feel like I exactly know what I want to do with it, like where I want to take it. I always said I want to do animation, but when I got there, it was like this doesn't feel like me. Like I like it, but it seems like too much work, and I'm not interested. But with sneaker customs, is well, I'm into it,
All right,
and it doesn't feel like work. It may feel like work sometimes, like
right,
after a while, but I still have a passion for it. It's not
right.
like I don't want to.
Yeah, because that's the point I'm trying to get you right now. Like all this stuff that I'm doing now, like it don't feel like work to me. Like, it's just like uh, I got the passion to do it, so it don't feel like. And that's where you want to get it in life, where you're doing something that you're passionate about, and every day it don't seem like work.
Yeah,
It seems fun. You're having fun with it and stuff like that. And every day is just it ain't work. And you don't realize like at work you like, man, what time is it? Like what time is it? And when you're doing something you love, you only be worried about the time. You just be, but dude, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been asleep in 2 days really. Two
I feel
days.
you. I just had a whole like 2 weeks like that.
I've been
Man,
asleep in 3 days since school and because I was still doing this and working school. I like, man, as soon as school end, I'm gonna be on it. And I tell you, Monday, like Friday was the last day of school. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's because of the baby. I've been up and just working.
right.
Up and just work.
Hey, that's how it is. I always say it's important, especially for me. I feel like with no matter what you do, it's important that you love what you do because you won't like you're not gonna feel like doing it all the time, but what's gonna keep you going is that passion and that drive. Like you always have to have a purpose. That's my thing. I'm big on purpose
Right.
more than anything because purpose is gonna keep you going
Keep you going.
when motivation you don't have any motivation and you feel like you don't have a reason. Like that purpose is that reason. It's gonna keep you. It's gonna direct you. That's your compass in life.
So your why have to motivate you.
Yeah.
Like, and and to me, there's no such thing as external motivation
Right.
because it don't last long. Like it's internal motivation. Internal motivation lasts longer than external motivation. Like me trying to motivate you probably lasts like that day or that time span. I want you for an hour and I'm motivating you for an hour, then you be like, all right. After that hour, that motivation gone.
Right.
Like, or you might have that motivation for that. But my motivation toward me motivating you is not going to hold you. It got to be that internal motivation. Internal motivation got it holds you better. So gotta know your passion. You gotta have a passion for it. You gotta have a why. Your why will always bring you back to
Yeah.
your purpose.
And then sometimes like your why changes a lot too. Like it can change at any given
Any
moment.
given moment. Yeah.
Like you just have to like rediscover like your why, because like your reason now might not be the same reason like 2 months from now or 2 years from now. You know,
Yeah.
like you just got to keep rediscovering that why, and it's not gonna come from like anybody telling you what it is. You can't listen to other people. It's more so like what you feel like inside you, like your gut feeling.
Yeah, because when you're young, your why when you're young is going to change when you get older. Like, because now when you get older, you might have a family. That becomes your
Mhm.
why you're going to keep on pushing and doing stuff. So I imagine from what you used to do. So you went to school, um, to be an artist, right?
Yep.
So from school, customizing shoes, I can imagine that it was a learning curve and it
Yeah.
was steep. The learning curve was kind of steep. So what are some of the initial challenges you faced when you first started customizing and restoring sneakers?
So customizing sneakers per se, my biggest challenge was color theory, like learning colors,
Mm.
and also like painting on fabric. Like that's a big thing too,
Oh,
because
okay.
when you paint, you don't want to put too paint on fabric. You don't want to put too much, and then it seems like it's too hard. It's not soft like you would be like when you wearing a regular shoe.
Mm.
But with restoring sneakers, it's like a plethora of challenges I could tell you about. When my first time regluing sneakers, I started working at this store maybe 2 years ago called Sneaker Mat.
Mm.
My mentor Nate, he had brought me in. I learned pretty much majority of the things that I know now from him. Nate Hawkins, his name.
Shout out to Nate,
Yeah,
big time
yeah.
Nate.
Shout out to you, man. Great guy. He taught me a lot of things, and also that's where I met my one of my brothers, my close brothers. He started off as a, a coworker, but became my brother eventually.
Mm.
Sneaker Poke. He's a cool guy, really cool guy, really great guy. They're genuine. They taught me how to reglue shoes. Regluing shoes, that's a tedious process. Everybody just thinks it's like you slap the glue on there, attach it, and it's like that. It's not. It's not. It's not like Elmer's school stuff.
Is it more like crazy glue?
No, that's even worse. Man, I've had a lot of people bring crazy glue, gorilla glue,
What?
yeah, super glue, like it, and it makes it like to the point where you can't even like work on the shoe anymore sometimes.
Wow.
And another challenge is like just learning like the proper way to be efficient. Just being efficient and communicating to your customers, letting them know, hey, this is going on with your shoe. It's going to take this amount of time, but if you're patient, it's going to come out perfect. Just being transparent.
Right. Oh, now how many issues you done already?
I cannot count. Honestly, would not be able to give you like a good estimate. Like over the years, that's well over. I've definitely touched well over 2,000 at least. Well over
Wow.
2,000.
PG County, DC have a rich culture, both in terms of art, streetwear, right?
Yeah,
DC and Baltimore be trying to compare who came up with what first.
yeah,
And I was in the barber shop the other day. We was talking about socks.
man,
Like, yeah, DC used to wear 2 pairs of slouch socks. Baltimore just wore 1 pair of slouch socks.
yeah.
All right, so we was getting to battle that. My whole was like, yeah, they talking about, DC talking about they started wearing New Balance before we did.
I mean that. I mean that. I feel like we did. We definitely did.
What?
But y'all have come up. Y'all have started a lot of other stuff. Cause the
Man,
word.
y'all even try to claim Air Force Ones before we.
No, that's not
Yeah,
nothing we can claim.
you can't claim Air Force
Nah,
Ones. We got.
no, we got New Balance.
Yeah,
That's
we got
we
the Air
got.
Force Ones. We got.
Y'all definitely like now. The word bipping. That's y'all thing. A lot of people are trying to say that word's spreading like wildfire. That's something y'all started.
What bipping?
Yeah, bipping.
I
That's
don't
something y'all.
use that word.
It's like when you get a hair. It's multiple meanings to it. Bip, you get a haircut,
Oh
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
styling stuff like that.
My son used that for a minute. The rich culture, both in terms of the art and streetwear in DC and PG County. How has your local environment influenced your design and the way you approach your work?
It For me personally, it shaped like my style. Like when I go out, like when I decide to dress up and stuff. it's incorporated into my work a little bit because I know in like the DMV area, a lot of people they like to be different, but at the same time, everyone likes the same thing. So like
Right.
an example, you might have a hot streetwear brand. Here's one example. One's called the Museum brand. There was one called Eat
Mhm.
and Silenzio, as I mentioned earlier.
Hold on, the museum brand in DC.
Yeah.
So I think one of my DC girls basketball team wears their uniform.
Oh, so they might be sponsored by it. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
because they in the Homer circuit and they wear the museum
Oh yeah.
basketball
Yeah, I
uniform.
think museum has a deal with Puma.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that makes sense.
yeah.
That
So my
definitely makes sense.
DMV basketball team wears. I don't have a problem with. I told the dude that one I like, man, do what you do. As long as you don't mess up my name, I'm good with that. Yeah, so I let him run rain. He said, "Oh, if I do that, yeah, man, have fun." Yeah, they having fun, but he's still under my brand, so I don't have fun, buddy. The way you do it, have fun with that.
But I was like, it's different from everyone else. I feel like the fashion scene as far as the DMV area is I would say it's underrated for me personally.
Uh,
We influence a lot of styles, like how New York is a mecca for style and
right,
Paris. I feel like the DMV should become that as well. Like they should have I mean, they do have a fashion week, DC Fashion Week, but I feel like it
yeah.
should be bigger. Like New York, when they have Soho, or when they have the one in Paris Fashion Week, like it's a lot of creatives with the clothing brand.
Oh, you don't gotta tell me. I had a young lady on here on my last podcast named Gabby,
Mhm.
called Gabby Worlds Design. This girl is Gabby's 11 right now. This girl that she wrote a book, play basketball, and she a designer. She done designing stuff since she was 3 years old.
Man,
So she done won the youngest entrepreneur in DC. She got invited to Dubai, London, California, every fashion show you could think about. She's been invited to. 11, 11 years old.
a lot before she even legal.
Right, 11. She made her first fingernail polish and lip gloss at the age of 2. She's an 11-year-old girl now.
That's amazing.
And she in DC, created her clothes. She circle skirts and stuff, pillows for the homeless, masks, did over 1,000 or something masks for the homeless. When during COVID. So yeah, I can attest that, DC does have his own style and a lot of good stylists come out of DC.
Yeah, really. Somebody I would like to shout out to, Juan from Vico. He's a great fashion designer. He has his own clothing brand called Vico Brand.
Oh, okay.
They're all about balance. So you should check them out. It's called Vico Brand on Instagram. They definitely
Vico
tough.
brand. God, God.
It's a VCO.
You mentioned that you're not you already mentioned, well, in our conversations and stuff like that. So you're not a big name in the industry yet, right?
Nah, I wouldn't
So
say I'm a big name.
you wouldn't say that?
Nah, I wouldn't. Reason being, one, I'm humble, and two, I'm not like a person where there's someone called Almighty Vic.
Mhm.
There's in the restoration community. That's who we like pretty much grew up watching as far as like restoring sneakers. There's him. My guy Sneaker Pope. A lot of people know him. In my opinion, he's like the godfather, the sneaker community, because he's taught a lot of people. He's taught a lot of us a lot about restoring sneakers, and he doesn't like, ask for anything back. He genuinely helps us out because he knows how it is when we go to other people and like they either gatekeep the information
Right.
or they just like ignore our question altogether. Or we be like, hey, you gotta pay for this, pay for us to tell you this, you know what I'm saying? He
Wow.
free of charge, never told me, gave me misinformation,
But
always helped me out.
you see it all up and down your timeline where people selling courses
Yeah.
and all that stuff. That's how they make their money. Like
Yeah.
they know something, they course it up, sell it as a course, and then you're like, man, I could have looked that up.
Right. I definitely understand that.
You're like, I could have looked that up. Like I just paid what $200, $300 for a course, and I could have just looked this up.
Like, hey, I mean, I respect the hustle, but
Right, I respect the hustle too, because look, I got a book that I wrote, but I ain't charging. If I wanted to, I can start a course.
yeah,
It's that easy where I can just, it's so easy to start a course right now. If I wanted to, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. And like even with me doing this, I'm learning so much by doing a podcast and stuff. And then I had people contacting me now about my podcast. Oh, can we produce your podcast? You know, and stuff like that. I'm like, why would I pay you $150 an hour to produce my podcast
That I'm already doing
that
for
I'm
free.
already doing for free? And it's only going to get better and better and better. Plus, I like the grind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if I do it and I get good at it, I can teach somebody else to do it. I can charge. Like, I'm not gonna people that don't want to go through the process, but I like going through the process. So I'm not paying nobody to like this whole place right here. I'm gonna try to turn this into my studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not paying nobody. I don't worry about this is a so most people that does stuff like that, to me, they trying to get to where they trying to get at quick and not trying to go through the process.
Mhm.
And I'm a coach. So I tell my players, trust the process. Like process is where you learn everything. If I need to learn my business.
Yeah.
So I need to research, I need to try, and I need to do stuff before I pay somebody else.
Right.
Then it goes on my resume. Now I know how to create, market, create, like all that stuff. I know how to, you know what I mean? So it goes on my resume too. So if I wanted to get out and produce a show, I know how to produce a show.
Yeah, you gotta learn the ins and outs of your craft. Like skipping steps is exactly how you feel. Like you going anywhere too fast, you gonna fail fast. Exactly how you got there is exactly how you fall.
Yeah. So you humble. You say you're not, you're not a big name in the industry yet, but you're well on your way. So do you feel as though that since you've been doing this, that you're kind of like an underdog?
In a sense, yes, because there are people who know me, but I feel like it's still. I feel like for me, I'm not at the level that I want to be at yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about reaching that goal. My goal is like being able to walk into a sneaker con and like they
You
know
are
who
right.
I am, and it's not about the clout or the fame, but more so like they recognize my work, like they like my work,
Right.
and they're like, oh yeah, I like your personality as well. It's more so as the work, the recognition for my work, my personality, and just like being like a genuine person, like just helping people out.
I mean, and us genuine people will always get left behind, but we're genuine. So in the long run, we win.
Yeah. But to counter that though, I don't feel like we do. I don't feel like genuine people do get left behind. Like it might feel like that at first,
Right.
but like you said, at the end, like
Yeah.
you get
We
some type
come
of
on the win.
recognition.
Yeah.
Or somebody like come around might say something small, dang, like I am making an impact, or
Right.
like
Right.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know?
Cause I mean, I get that all the time. Like sometimes I feel like I don't want to,
Hmm.
but then I get that person that comes to me like, man, you one of the best coaches I had ever had. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
brings me right back.
You
So
like got to
okay,
keep going.
I got to keep going. You know what I mean? So I get that. What I mean is that genuine people usually wind up taking longer to win because of them being genuine.
Right.
They ain't fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The morals they stand on.
Yeah, the more of this now, fake people seem to get where they're going a little faster, but it don't last long because once somebody find out how fake you are, everything fall off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Always stay genuine and true to whatever you do because that fakeness do not work at all. Because once you get exposed, everyone's everything you done tried to work for
Yeah.
by being fake.
Your name is everything.
Yep, yep. And then I tell everybody that my name, everything in the world means everything in the world means. So I try to do everything as genuine as I can. Don't bullcrap nobody. All that stuff. This is how it is. This is how I am. Boom. Deal with it or I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Can't do it, I'm going to let you know anytime that I can't do it. But I'm the type of person that if I tell you, if I give you my word that I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's how things work. What steps are you taking to grow your brand and make an impact on the community so you can get your
One thing I've done recently this year, so this year I've recently had a relaunch or rebrand
okay?
for my business.
Is that what on the bag?
Yes, that's part of it. So we're
Oh,
gonna get to
okay.
that soon. We're
All
gonna
right.
get real. So I did like a rebrand. So I created my own logo. I learned how to basically like do graphic design on Procreate.
Okay.
So that's something else I'm learning for like my business, and maybe eventually I'll hire someone else. But that's also something else that I was interested in. Remember earlier, I went to school for like animation,
Right.
but it wasn't something I was passionate about. So it's something ended up circling around back to again, just because of that.
I'm telling you,
Oh yeah,
this right here, how I do all my graphic.
yeah,
Uh, I'm telling you, I did boom, pop, boom.
yeah. Give whole bunch,
Whole bunch.
whole bunch.
Oh my gosh. I mean, a lot of people like, I'll do this. It's my idea. I thought about it, and I just told it what I wanted to do. And then
Yeah,
that's, trust me, dude, that's how most graphics about to get done.
yeah,
Ain't nobody telling you this is about to become a $40 billion industry.
yeah. And AI is crazy as well. Like,
Yeah,
that's about to be a whole other
yeah,
thing. Well, it really is already a whole other
when you
thing.
could talk to a computer to create a video
Yeah,
that you said I want to create. Somebody walking in the desert with 3 cameras, and it does it.
like that's crazy.
All right, yeah, yeah, so I'm sorry, but
But
I use it sometimes. So.
But hey, it's nothing wrong with it. Like I don't knock it. I don't knock people.
Uh,
Everybody's creative process is different. You know.
yeah, I mean it helps out a lot. And it helps you expand your ideas. I use it as a guide to help expand my idea, and then give me. I also use it as an assistant.
Yeah.
So I ask something like pull out my calendar for the week. So to pull out my calendar for the week, and then it tell me what time I should post my stuff, and like that.
Yeah.
Like post the stuff. Not this idea. Post this at 9 o'clock. Post at 4 o'clock. This is the best time to post your stuff, like that. So I use
Hmm.
for analytical stuff and things like that. Help me just keep on recreating fresh ideas, stuff like that, and bringing my ideas to life. And like I said, I use for an assistant because I don't like again. I want a budget, dude. I'm not.
Mm.
I want to. So when you got a what's the name that can actually be yours, like I can talk to it on my phone
Yeah.
and actually like, it's like, what can I help you with? Then I say this, man. And we having like me and you having a conversation right now.
Yeah.
It will talk to me like,
Right.
so I'm really talk to my assistant. Hey, this is what I need you to do.
Like,
That
boom, look right
outline,
back at you.
right? Outline it. Anything else you need help with? This is what you need to do. I mean, Coach Quarters or Steven, this is what you need to do. And I'm like, all right, schedule this. It's,
Yeah, it's done.
it's done. I mean, it. When you use it, it can benefit you. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends on how you use it.
Right.
Also,
Yeah. Back to the rebrand. Something I'm doing is basically like relearning everything that I've already learned
right,
how to do.
fundamentals.
Yeah, just perfecting it. Like my guy Laz, his name's Kick by Laz Instagram. No, great guy. I know him for maybe since a little bit after I started my restoration and customization career.
Now, all these people
Um,
better be thanking you for shouting them out.
hey man, it's hey, you gotta spread love. You gotta
Right,
give people
right,
their flowers while they still here to get smell
right,
them. You know.
right.
But yeah, Laz, he that's somebody who's helping me, um, who's helped me like perfect my cleaning. Like I told him, I'm going back to working on my cleaning, just step by step cleaning. There's like
Mhm.
different aspects of the cleaning, detailing. Then it goes to the project shoots where you do repaint, re-glues, and then like soul swap, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just like, I call it ground zero. I'm learning everything over again and perfecting it,
Right.
to make my business better. And that's something I feel like is important as entrepreneurs and just as anyone who like is passionate about anything. Like never feel too high or feel too good to go back to the basic,
Go
or
back to the fundamentals.
yeah, or feel too good to take a smaller job. When you reach a certain position, you might have people on your team doing stuff. Like you can't feel like too high and mighty to, you know what, I won't step in and do that job. I've already surpassed that level. No,
Right.
don't give anyone a job that you aren't willing to do yourself or that you can't do yourself.
Right.
Like you have to know everything inside and out.
Man, it's always good to get back to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Always. Again, we talking about sneakers, but that goes into the sports world. All these kids out here trying to do 3 dribble step back and
Yeah.
all this and do not know nothing about the fundamental. I'd be like, dude, front pivot. What's that? How you don't know what pivot is?
It's like, ain't no way you made it this far.
But like all that stuff. It only gonna get you so far. Like the fundamentals, always knowing the fundamentals and going back to them and trying to is what's going to take you. And I commend you for doing that. Realizing that I gotta stick with the fundamentals. I gotta go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I gotta keep on moving and going. But it also like just perfecting my sport. You always got to go back and step back and see, okay, what did I do? I got to go back and relearn that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I got to slow down, relearn that. Be patient. Go back to the fundamentals. And that's when your work really turns.
Yeah.
Then you go back to the fundamentals. Your work really shine when you had that humbling moment. Like, man, I got to go back to the fundamentals.
And it also brings back like a new hunger in you too. Like
Right.
when you see that, like when you see like, all right, I made a mistake here. Let me go back, learn what I did wrong, or perfect it.
Right.
And you're like, oh, I'm getting better. All right, let me keep working at that. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna keep going and going until I'll reach a new level.
Right.
And now it's like, all right, boom, it's grind time. Like you can't touch me when it comes to my craft. Or no one is gonna be as good or as sharp as me when
Right.
it comes to this specific thing.
Perfect your craft. So let's talk about some of your favorite projects that you've worked on. So what are the most memorable sneakers you worked on, and why do they stand out to you?
One of the most memorable sneakers I would have to say is recently, it was this year actually, Air Jordan 3 Infrared, released back in 2013 or 2014, I believe. It was a size 7, and this was a sole swap. So it was supposed to be a midsole repaint,
Mm.
but when I got them in hand, the sole was actually cracked, and I was like letting them know, I'm like, yeah, so I don't do sole swaps, so this actually I won't be able to work on these, so I'm just going to send it back to you and send the money back that you paid for this service. So the guy was just kind of like begging me, like, please just work on these, please work on these for me, get them done. And me at the time when I had accepted them, I was like, I didn't know about, not going back on like your morals or anything, and not
Mhm.
just taking any kind of shoe, because
Right.
people will give you the most messed up shoe and think expect you to make
Like
a
a
miracle.
miracle.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll take them. I ended up finding out how to like swap soles
Mhm.
and basically sew them back together and reglue them. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. Like once I like sat there and learned from someone, who did I learn from? Flipping Kicks.
Okay.
I watched a video of his on his Patreon, and he pretty much taught me how to do it. And I went back and told him like, hey, thank you for, like this information, because it
Right.
just took my skills to like another
No
level.
doubt.
And now I added this aspect of the business to my business. So that was a memorable shoe. And another one would be an Air Force One. It's a gold Air Force, gold off-white Air Force One.
Mhm.
I was cleaning it one day when I was working at Sneaker Mat, and it's a metallic swoosh. So I'm cleaning it, and then I get to the point where I have to dry it. So drying it, and then I wiped the swoosh, and I didn't even scrub it. I just wiped it, and then I seen some of the metallic, and I was like, no, this is like a like $1,500 shoe, like a $1,500 shoe. I'm like,
Hold up.
yo,
Hold up. A $1,500 shoe that's metallic. That the metallic was coming off.
yes, the metallic part of the shoe, like it just came off, and I was just like stuck. I'm like, there's no way like this just happened. I'm like, because I'm not about to pay for another pair. Like I can't afford to pay for another pair. So um what happened was like I'm like, yo, I went to my boss, I went to Nate. I'm like, yo, this just happened. I only cleaned it and then I dried it and this joint just swiped off, and he's saying like, oh my goodness. We know like the silver paint we have is not the same kind of metallic that the
Mhm.
swoosh is. So
Mhm.
we can't use that. So like we sitting there like thinking. And I have another good friend of mine, Ron, his name is Galaxy Customs. He ended up having the pigment that I needed. So it's a special pigment you have to have to get it that get it back to that same exact metallic look.
Okay.
And so I dabbed it on there. I used a Q-tip, dabbed the pigment on there. It looks like it's like makeup, like eyeshadow for women. But like I just dabbed it on there. Well, painted under it first and dabbed it on there. And I put the finisher on. And it was like it never happened again. And that,
So now you learn how to fix metallic.
yeah, I
Mhm.
learned how to fix that
Look
one.
at that. Look at that. Like,
And I ain't had to pay anything.
right.
and,
Look
and
at
the
that.
customer was satisfied.
Sometimes mistakes turn into miracles, and you learn something different when you make a mistake. That's what it's all about. Like, don't be scared to try something decent. Then you figure out how to problem solve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then use your resource. Because you went to everybody at, you know what I mean? You used the resource. And somebody might have been through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it worked out for you, man. So so your first you ever did wasn't the most memorable? Like,
No, so that wasn't the most memorable secret. It's part of it is special to me, but it's not the most memorable. But it is up there. I say it's like a top. It might be like top 5 or top 10.
did you go to your
Um,
prom?
yeah, I did.
Did you make a shoe? Did you?
No, I didn't start making shoes till way after that.
Oh,
This is
all right.
way after.
All right.
This is way after, way before I even thought about customizing sneakers. My first shoe that I restored was actually my Space Jam 11s, my
Yeah.
first pair of Jordans that I
Yeah.
had got in high school. I was like, you know what? Like I was like nearly about to like throw them away, but I'm like, I do not want to throw these away, and I want to wear them again because they ended up becoming a beater sneaker. And I'm
All right.
like, so let me look up how to restore shoes. Do my research, looking at Almighty Vic, looking at various different people on how to restore sneakers and stuff. I buy the equipment with part of my refund check that I had left over from the restoration and stuff. Bought the equipment, boom, I got it and restored the shoe as best as I possibly could at the time. Because,
Mhm.
looking back on it, I didn't restore it that good as I would have now, but it looked a lot better. It was in a lot better condition.
Let me tell you how me and my cousin and us used to restore our shoe.
Mhm.
We used to take soap and water, clean our shoe strings. Like probably put a little bleach in the water,
Yeah.
water, with our shoe strings together. They white again.
Right.
Toothbrush.
Old school.
That
Old
was
school
good.
method.
Man, that's how we used to restore
Yeah.
our shoe.
Oh, trust me. And you wanna know what's funny too? I didn't realize it, but I kind of was always meant to restore and customize sneakers because I had a pair of these diamond turf shoes. I don't know if you heard of them. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have, but like some diamond turf. My mother had got them for me like while I was in high school or middle school,
Mhm.
and I still had them. So it was a bunch of creases in them, and I had got them real dirty. So I had no choice but to clean them because I like those shoes. Clean them up in the bathroom, grab a rag, soap, water, toothbrush, cleaning them, got them clean, and then there was still a bunch of creases and stuff in them. So I go online, I'm like, how to take creases out of a shoe. I seen how to do that, and it did it. It worked. It worked as best as it could because those were beat shoes, so they wasn't gonna come completely
Yeah,
in.
it's good. All right. So a lot of kids be like, gym class.
Yeah.
All right, you suppose I don't want to crease my shoe. I'm like, dude, why you want them? So what's up with the creasing, man?
So as
Nobody wear
sneakerheads,
creasing. Nobody wear. But these kids ain't sneakerheads. They probably got 1, 2 pair of shoes. Don't want crease.
but that's even more understandable too, though,
Well,
because that's
but why
like
you wearing them in gym though, dude? Get some old, not tell like old shoes. Like you don't want to crease your Jordans that you just brought.
yeah,
Or you gonna wear them? You gonna wear them in gym? Play basketball in them. Don't
Like-
want crease.
like creasing shoes. What I learned as a sneaker restorer is you're gonna crease them anyway. Don't be scared. Don't be walking funny and stuff.
Right.
Like you're gonna crease them anyway eventually. Best way to keep them in crisp condition is just stuff your shoes. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a free game. Stuff your shoes after you wear them. Like the stuff them with either socks or like the tissue that comes
That
with them in the
comes
box.
with, yeah.
Like stuff them some type of way, and then your shoe will be fine. Like you're still gonna have creases, but it's not gonna look as bad. You know?
And that's what sometimes what I do sometimes try to keep mine, but I don't even worry about crease. I don't know. If you got a lot of pair of shoes, you should. But I don't like all my shoes need to be clean. Like they're not in bad. Sole is good, all that stuff. I just need to take a day and just clean all my shoes.
Yeah.
Like they're not bad at all. Like probably like these ones that I got. My wife like they asked somebody. I don't want to put nobody on blast, but I think it was real. I ain't care. They was giving it to me as a gift. I ain't trying to, They was giving it
I
to me.
catch it.
I mean,
I
they was
catch
giving
it.
it to me as a gift. I really appreciate that gift. And I ain't want to, I ain't going to go and try to figure out if they real or not. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't care. They a gift. Okay, you got me a gift. I'm gonna be appreciative of your gift. And
Right. I mean,
that's it.
make it real. You gonna wear they shoes. You gonna
Right,
wear them. Like
so-
if you don't care about that type of stuff, then
Right, I'm
you
gonna
know.
wear them. I don't, yeah.
It's like honestly, like if
Have
somebody
you-
says something, it's just some words. Like where you want to
Half these kids wearing fake shoes, whatever they call them.
Balenciagas.
Yeah, like I'm an educator, right? If I'm in school and you got on some whatever they call it, I can't even pronounce it. But if you got some of those on and you ask me for a pencil, I'm gonna chop you right in your like. You telling me you got some $400, $500 pairs tennis shoes on and your mother can't supply
Give you a
supplies for
pencil.
you. That's what I be telling
Like,
kids. You got on all this stuff and you don't have a pencil, a 99-cent pencil.
it's
Like
like that don't make sense.
that don't make sense to me, dude. But you mother just spent 500. That's how I be knowing some of this stuff ain't real. Little parents just don't care. Like how you got that expensive stuff? Go have a pencil to write or a pen to write. Parents for all these money you can't. Dumb and look. Oh, oh. I do not understand the priority.
And maybe dumb as their fashion.
Like, get some priority straight, man. Get these kids to stop buying them all these stuff. You could have put that. You could put that money in the savings account, in an investment account. What am I? $100 pair of tennis shoes. The other 400. Put that in investment. Like I tell kids, once you invest in like own a part of it, so somebody can crack New York, but I own that tennis shoe you got on. That's what I own a part of it.
Like, you can't say nothing.
Well, you can't sit down about me. I own your tennis shoe you got. I don't know. I ain't spending that much money on no dug one. I wish I would. I'm sorry. I'm not spending.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Like my dress shoes. I don't spend a lot of money on them. But I'm a sales dude. This guy not been through this, but this guy put me down with some game. He said, dude, I do my summer shopping in the winter.
Yeah.
And I do my winter shopping in the summer. Yeah, he said
that's what I do for like boots. Like once the summertime come around, like, oh yeah, that's the perfect time to get them.
Get some boots. Yeah. Price of the sale. I better y'all peak game, man. Y'all better tell you. Inflation is a morning. You trying to save everything. That boy, everything going on.
Arizona's not even 99 cents worth.
God. That's what I'm going. Your Arizona's been 99 cents forever.
Yeah, like it. Like you can still find it somewhere. Some places not. You know what I'm saying? But it's the.
Oh my God.
It said what's 29? It said ain't the world ending.
Oh my goodness. Too much. Social media plays a big role in everything that everybody do now. So social media plays a role in showcasing your work and connecting with your potential clients. So how do you utilize a platform like Instagram, promote your business and engage with your community?
One thing I do personally, I don't really pay attention to the trends. Like I do, like I know what the trends are, but something I don't do is I don't indulge in every trend. Let's say there might be like a trendy dance or like a trendy, I don't know, maybe a trendy song, and the dance goes with the song. I'm not going to incorporate that into any of my videos or like my work.
Okay.
The most I might do is like use trending sounds on Instagram. Like I'll use that, put my videos into the algorithm. You know, now Instagram has it set up where you have to get your videos and content into the algorithm so they put it out there.
Yeah, that's a certain level. Mostly everybody, this algorithm stuff, but you know what's more important? So if you get views like that, they ain't gonna know to push it out because people revering it. Like you got this is amazing that people don't watch long videos.
Yeah,
no more.
The attention span is low.
My podcast on YouTube don't get a lot of views, but the shorts that I create for my podcast get 500, 600, 700,000 views. But the podcast itself don't get a lot of views. What's the name? So it's just like the shorts is what really drives.
Yeah. Something I peep game on is that the shorts, like short term videos, like short content videos, that's what you use to like market your business or like your content. That's how you drive them to get to the long form video.
Yeah. So that's how it happened. But most people they I'm telling you, one of my friends, he got a podcast too. I was the same way with I was supposed to get 1,000 views, and then our podcast, like the whole podcast, like 45.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. Them shorts, playing them because like even with this one, like so everybody podcast come out on Wednesday. So once the podcast somebody before you, right? Their podcast dropped that Wednesday. The next day, all your show. Well, I post 2 shorts of this podcast. I post 2 shorts a day. Tell yours, but to set everybody up so they can watch.
The next one.
Then your podcast. Everybody watch the short, man. They don't. I think more people listen to podcasts when they're going to work and stuff. They don't watch.
Yeah, I feel like my generation are like people younger, like they more so watch it. They're the ones who more so watch it rather than like middle age and like older folks because like with them, they may not watch a whole bunch of TV or they might not have time to even do that. So
Well,
like
they
they just
going
throw on the radio or
right.
podcast.
They on their phone all day. That's what they're going to watch.
Right.
They're
But
gonna watch short videos and stroll. Short. I literally be seeing these kids, and we probably don't know why pull their phones in school, but school system don't regulate the policy as far as phone and stuff. But and the kid, I'm like, go put your phone away. So I'm like, what you doing? All we doing? Then watch something. Then watch something 15 seconds. Then stroll 15 seconds. So like that's why y'all attention spans are so low.
yeah,
You can't pay attention in class because you watch 15 video and mess with.
right.
Yeah, so that's why y'all here can't pay attention in class. We keep watching 30-second videos. It's not. That's why they say always cut your stuff in front.
Yeah,
Edit videos people can stay on the longest.
that's how you get them. It's the hook.
Right.
It's the attention grabber.
So what's your process? Like posting your Instagram video.
My process, I might have an idea, I'll hold on to it, and then I just pretty much what I'll do is like I'll act on it. Like I'll get to work, I record while I'm working, edit my video. I take a long time to edit my videos because I'm somewhat of a perfectionist.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Man, it takes me so long to edit one video. Like one of my good friends, like he can do a video, he'll edit it maybe like 10 minutes and it'll do numbers or it'll like it's still good like how he wants it to be. Me like I'll edit a video that's the same length, but I'm taking forever to do it because I'm like, all right, is the audio matching up? Is this exactly how I want it to be? Me watch all the way through and I watch it like 1,000 times, thinking about posting it. Then I get to the posting and gotta write the caption. So it's a bit of a process, but like
Do you use Cap?
yes, I use Cap. That's the best, in my opinion. That's the best app.
Yes, sir. But sometimes it get on my daggone nerves because it works like so. It works on the phone.
Mhm.
Then it works on they got a desktop version.
Yeah, they just released that.
Man, they just updated, and I do it on the web also.
Mm-hmm.
On my desktop version, so I'm trying to do the video, like it does everything, but the video don't show up. It's black.
Oh man.
Yeah, they be having like glitches.
Yeah.
Then like the next day is back to where I'm like, dude, I done spent all this time gathering all this information, putting it inside of here, and now I can't.
Like
So then it ain't the same on everything. Like you have more stuff on a desktop version and the phone version than you do on the actual web.
yeah. Yep.
Like,
I think it's just because it's new at the moment, so like they're still working out the kinks.
but it's good. I'm an affiliate, so if I
Yeah.
tell somebody about CapCut and they use it, using my name, I get paid for it.
Yeah. I use like a number of different like video and photo like editing apps. There's one called Video Leap that I used to be primarily on. Then there's another one called BLO, like below. I use a combination of those because some apps have like certain features or certain like gifts and stuff that I might want in the video that's not on CapCut or that's not on Video Leap, so I just gotta utilize. I just try to utilize all my resources as best I can.
Yeah, I'd probably do that too, but I'm really trying to narrow it down to just using one.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of jumping, but I use CapCut more than I use anything else on my video.
Yeah, me too.
And stuff like that. I mean, I think it is one of the best apps out there to use as far as videos and stuff like that. I'll let y'all know how to get my affiliate link to use CapCut. Yeah, I think it's one of the best. And I ain't master it yet.
Yeah.
I just did it like I did an advertisement video yesterday that took me a while. Like that, I know what to do. Now I know. Now it's gonna take me a shorter time to do my advertisement videos for my merchandise.
Yeah.
stuff like that. You ever think about other merchandise for us?
Yes. So I've thought about it, but something I don't want to do is I don't want to really sell a product.
Mm-hmm.
To me, everyone in the restoration community does that. Like the closest I'll get to selling a product really is selling my custom shoes.
Okay.
Selling my custom shoes. But I do have something that's on the way I'm gonna show. So
Take a look.
here first,
Yeah, look at that.
eh,
Get exclusive stuff, y'all. Get the NFL exclusive. This boy, I tell y'all, I'm telling you, we blowing up.
so what that
Exclusive.
is, that's
Hold
that's the
on.
new. Yeah.
Hold on. I got, yeah, I see something. Where's my butt for my exclusive stuff? I don't even know no more.
Oh man, man,
Nah,
that was
wait.
bad.
That wasn't that bad. That was real bad. Hold on. Let me see. Where is that? Hold on. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Exclusive. Ah,
All right,
let's
I'm gonna
put it
bring it
on.
back down.
Let's go. Ah, yeah, down. Look at that. Bing, bing, bing.
So what this is, it's a sneaker bag.
Okay.
Customers that either spend a certain amount or they purchase a custom sneaker, they'll receive those bags. It'll
That's
be
great.
included in your order.
That's great.
They'll either be your custom sneakers will either be inside that bag or you'll receive it like on the side once you get your shoes back.
All right. So, what we think about doing this? How much did that cost you to do?
To be honest, like for those, my vendor, I don't want to talk numbers on here, but I'll tell you off camera for
Because
sure.
I'm thinking about if we do a little something, we can give a couple away. Do a
Okay.
little thing, give a couple away to the audience.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. We
Do a
can
little,
definitely do that. I'll do something like that for sure.
yeah, give a
Yeah.
couple away to the audience. That's what you have a little contest or whatever. Yeah, we'll figure out something to do.
Okay.
Yeah, give
Cool.
more
Yeah.
bags away.
Get
Take
a
your bag
couple.
away for a couple
Yeah. Those
members of the
resurrector
audience.
sneaker bags.
Yep.
Coming soon.
Yeah. There we go. Exclusive, baby. All right. Good, man. So look, every artist faces moments of creative block, right? So when you hit that wall, how do you find inspiration to keep pushing?
Me personally, my inspiration, I like to watch a lot of podcasts and I also watch a lot of my peers. So one thing I do is I watch my peers, but I never copy them or I never try to watch them too closely to the point where it's like, all right, my work is becoming similar to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is draw inspiration from them and things that I'll hear in podcasts and like just build upon ideas like, oh, like a simple word might spark
Right.
my creativity. Like, all
Right.
right, cool. And I also like, just go on walks and read. I like reading a lot of like self-development books for, just bettering yourself. That's how I draw my creativity. And also I'm creative, so I kind of see art in almost everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Right. Good, man. I do some of that stuff too, especially when I think I'm creative in a lot of different ways. I think like going for a walk helps you think. Like sometimes I just drive.
Yeah.
Like I just get in my car and just drive and be, even when then I would listen to like I would listen to I go back and listen to my own podcast. I'm like, all right, what can I do different? What can I do? Because I want each show to get better and better. And like I said, this is my first time doing it. This is like probably like my 20th show. I'm almost at my 25th show. This is like my 20th show right here. Like I said, then I got stuff lined up to by my season one. I had 52 shows underneath my belt. So next season it'd be better. But I don't think I did a bad job. But just like homing, like you said, going back to the basics, really listening to yourself, and you're like, oh shoot, I should have did that.
Right.
So now I'm gonna do that next time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, I missed that. So next time that is. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's see where you get that from. Your purpose is to help people keep their favorite shoes fresh and in great condition and create unique pairs just for them. So what does it mean to you when you see somebody see the reaction of a client when you finish one of their shoes or when they receive their customized or restored sneaker?
It really means a lot to me personally because it means like that's something that they probably will never forget. I know me, it's like when I was younger and I got a fresh pair of shoes, like I was like super excited because
Right.
that might only came around like maybe once or twice a year for me. I'm like, yeah, I treasure these shoes like no matter what. So like them getting back their favorite pair of sneakers, like that might hold a memory for them that kept the shoe alive.
Mhm.
That might have been sentimental to them, like their deceased uncle or someone family member might have gave those shoes to them, and they didn't want to get rid of them, but they wanted to get them. They like wanted to keep them still. So it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna get them fixed. All right, cool. I'm gonna do the best I can. I let everyone know they may not be perfect when I give them back, but they're gonna be in the greatest condition possible. It just means the world, like it means a lot to me because it's like it brings me back to the feeling of me getting a new pair of shoes and like seeing them excited. It's like I impacted their life in a positive way. Like I gave them a moment in life to cherish. Like they're gonna wear their shoes again and again.
Mhm.
And yes, and I create a returning customer. Like you create returning customers, and the customers turn into family because like you build relationships with them.
Yep.
That's that's a part of building a business as well.
Yeah,
Like
relationship building.
don't treat your clients like money, or don't treat them like
Just a
they're like
commodity.
just a customer,
Right.
or just someone who's coming to you for a service. Treat them like family, or treat them like someone. Treat them like you invite them into your house, like a guest. Give them an experience like where you want to treat them as best as possible. Treat them as a business partner in a sense, or as a partner in general. No.
So I put something out the other day about, and some people might disagree, but I put stuff out the other day about a strange. Most of the time, strangers are your biggest support,
Yeah.
not
Definitely.
family, not friends. Strangers are your biggest cheerleader. Like, and I wholeheartedly believe that. No, I mean I love my family to death, but I made more money
Yeah.
a stranger than my whole family members. And sometimes I'm that way also, but like my family do support me. But I think, and for the majority, a stranger is your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah. Definitely.
Is your biggest cheerleader. I can meet somebody and we talking, and all of a sudden I'm telling her, hey, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Oh, keep on, man. Don't. I tell a family member, you ain't do that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Or they might like without them realizing it, like they might be speaking negatively into like your
Right,
vision,
right.
like unintentionally. They might mean no harm, but
I ain't
like
trying to do all that. You ain't ready to
be
do
like, yo, like chill.
like,
I'm trying to,
right. Wow,
do my
man.
thing. Just support me.
Right. I mean, and my family do support. I don't like my father's side, like my father's side of the family. When I like that book, like most everybody bought that book.
Right.
Most everybody bought my book on my father's side. Hey, right, yo, bring me a book. I ain't looking for the book. Bring me a book. You know what I mean? So they do it. But they just be mad, like, why you ain't come to the cookout? And then I like, yo, right now, my head is down in the sand. I'll be back. But right now, I can't, I'm not going to be able to make I'm not going to be able to make every birthday party because I'm grinding right. And I
Gotta
just
handle
want y'all,
business.
right. There's a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of sacrifice to being successful. I was listening to LeBron, and he was like, man, family do not understand that it takes a lot of sacrifice that you must do. Not that you love them less,
Right.
but it takes a lot of sacrifice that you must in order to get where you want to go at. Sometimes that's leaving family behind for the moment. Like, no, I can't come. Don't get mad at me. I can't. Like, I'm trying to really create something from the last and past me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's gonna benefit us all. Like I might not be able to be around right now, or like we might not be able to hang, be buddy. But like when I am able to like have free time, or I am able to like come support, I will. Like but for now, I have to do my thing, and you can do your thing over there.
Right.
But it's no love lost at all. You gonna circle back around when we can. That's something else that like my circle personally, like we understand with each other. Like we've always understood. Like we as we gotten older, we talk a lot less, but we always keep in contact.
Always
And
keep in contact.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's nothing, no bad blood or anything. Like we all got different situations going on.
Yeah,
We understand.
everybody trying to get their lease in life.
Yeah, we adults. Like
Oh,
we just
yeah.
trying to do what we trying to handle our business and then have fun while doing
Right. We get together, boy.
it. Yeah.
When we get together, boy. Yeah, it's not
Hey,
when
we
we
gonna
get
have a
together.
time.
Right. So looking ahead, what are your long-term goals for
Resurrected.
Resurrector, and where do you see your business in the next 5 to 10 years? My bad.
So for me, one of my biggest goals, I really want to have, in a sense, like a rec. You know how the rec, you go there, you play basketball,
Right.
they have a section where you can go back, do your homework, get on the computers and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of want to have, in a sense, like a rec, but for like restoration and customization. So like a studio in a sense.
Okay.
So like people can come there, like they can get their shoes clean or they can clean their shoes
Shoes
themselves, like rent equipment, be in there for a little while,
Teach a little class.
yeah, classes and all that. Have different departments. Have a painting section, have a cleaning section, a regluing section, just teaching everything. And if you just want to go there to just get your stuff worked on, like you can come. There'll be like a select few of people who specialize in the things that you need, and you can go through them to get it done, or you can sign up for the course
Right.
there. So I just kind of want to have a studio where everyone rents the equipment, or like they come in and have a good time and enjoy learning how to customize sneakers and restore sneakers.
Dude, I was watching television. I think it was some type of reality show my wife be watching, but and I was just thinking about this when we were sitting right here, and I wasn't really gonna put it up, but since we was just talking about that, you ever thinking about like you have the shop,
Mhm.
right? Having like date night where couples come in there and they bring their favorite tennis shoe and they learn how to paint their tennis shoe, customize their own tennis shoe.
I've seen that before. Like I've definitely seen that before, and I've thought about it. I'm like, that would
Right?
be cool.
Now some people had to paint and sip shop, so they had
Yeah,
to paint and sip.
yeah,
Why not paint and customize, son?
yeah. Like
Think
definitely.
about that,
That,
son.
I
I
consider it.
ain't even
I
gonna
definitely
take credit
consider it.
for it. I ain't even, I'm just saying, like
Like they actually got
customizing.
Yeah, they actually got stuff like that though. There's a shop down at the National Harbor in Oxon Hill. They do stuff like that. You can come in and learn how to customize your shoes. And then there's also a place in, we got 3 different locations. In LA is their main base, and some in Las Vegas and another location. They customize sneakers. Like you come in, you can customize your own shoe. They teach you and you get to take it home. It's a market for it, definitely.
Yeah, because you can have like you have come Nike. I need all white Air Force One,
Yeah.
like a shoe store. And person coming in and pick their size, they pay for their shoe, and then they can customize their shoe. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you pay for your shoe, all white Nike, customize your shoe. You pay for your shoe right there. Why you doing that? Little wine.
Mhm.
Outside.
Like, hey, that definitely be cool.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna take money.
Hey.
So,
Hey.
that's just my creativity thinking right there. Oh, you.
Hey man, if
I
I
did,
do that,
man.
I might have to break your or something,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Just say thank you. That's all I need. I don't try to get results every guy.
Hey.
I mean, do what you want to do.
Mhm.
Just let you know if you decide to do that. I think it's a great idea, dude. I'm telling you right now. Date night, man. Have them coming in. Oh, she girl, just like all white
Like get some new
ones,
shoes.
and you can customize. Girl ain't gonna go over there.
You be like, oh yeah, those are ours.
Ain't gonna go over there. That'd be a good idea. I mean, out there trying to. Oh, what is already out there? I watched it on TV, but that part about the sipping part,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's not like everywhere.
and
Yeah.
everywhere, like painting sip, but she creating sip. You know what I'm saying? Each her own feet. I, man, Mars, man, this is Mars, you know. Make it together. So for those aspiring to get into customizing and restoring sneakers, what advice would
Don't be afraid to mess up. You're gonna mess up a lot. Like a lot. Like that may sound cliche,
Mhm.
because in every craft you're gonna mess up and people be like, yeah, you're gonna make
Yeah.
mistakes. Don't be afraid to. But like when it comes to restoration, like you're gonna have shoes, you can be like, you might be panicking, like you're gonna mess up. Sometimes you might have to come out of pocket, buy someone a new shoe. It happens. Like it's happened to all of us. Like at least if you've been doing it long enough. Like
Mhm.
I've had instances where if I mess up someone's shoe, or if it's just not coming out, no matter how hard I try, you might have to just give them the money back. Or if they're not satisfied, buy them a new shoe, like I said. But don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Reach out to people. There will be someone like around on the internet. There's someone who will answer your questions. Like, and if you're watching this and you find me and you want to do it, like, hey, you can hit me up. I'm not gonna charge you. I'm not gonna do anything like that. Let you know what I know. Give you the information you need. Not gonna mislead you. Anything like that. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to mess up. And just know that it doesn't happen overnight. Like, you won't have a bunch of shoes sitting in your crib. Like, you won't have a bunch of people hitting you up immediately. Like, it takes a long time. Like, even myself, I don't have a bunch of shoes sitting in my house every day. No, like, every store, no matter what level you're at,
Mhm.
you'll have a dry period. Like, there those times of the year, like in the early stages, especially, like, you're gonna be coming out of pocket. Like, you're gonna be spending more money than you're making.
Making some every
Yeah, every business. That's just being a business person in general. So
because trust me, I'm broke. Like I had to put that on me. But trust me, I have to spend money out of my pocket. I was like, oh, what? So that's why I ain't paying nobody $150 an hour.
yeah,
And I know a guy that got a studio. And he got 3 studios because he did with music and stuff. When I was asking him, I said, he said, yo, anything you need, just let me know. Because he was like, not talking about making this
yeah,
my studio. He was like, look, I don't even that padded soundproof stuff.
yeah,
So what I do, I get soundproof sheetrock. And he made the studio out of soundproof sheetrock.
yeah,
So that's good, man. Anything you need, you let me know. So I asked him, I said, what you got here? But I got speakers and stuff. And he said, but yo, let me tell you. He said, look, you don't even need all that stuff to do a podcast. That's all you need is what you camera phone, microphone, and
especially now.
right,
Like,
and that's it. That's what he said. That's all you need. So, and I be seeing a lot of stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't really need all that. I do want to make this more comfortable, and more like a studio. I'm going to get there, and I know it's
yeah,
going to take a while to get there. Like you said, like it's going to take a while. Like even with my merchandise store, like I read about how merchandise store. I probably don't see high sales until 4 years.
yeah,
Like I might not see high sales because you got to build your base,
mhm,
got to build your brand, and then people start messing with you. But I'm gonna tell you right now, people, I got some good stuff on my store, like unique stuff that you don't see everywhere else.
hey, go check it out.
Yeah,
Go check it out.
you need to go check that store out really fast. Just put in underdog in a search with the DAWG. Just put that in the search and watch my stuff just magically pop up. You ever think about doing a class for kids?
I definitely thought about that. Like, eventually, I definitely want to, be able to venture into showing kids like how to do that or get into a
Mm-hmm.
school and, hey, you can go this route, or this is how you, like, start your own business, or like when you have your own business, for any of y'all that want to, these are the things that come with it. And, this is the route you can take, the proper steps you can take, avoid these mistakes, and just showing them what I do. That's cool. Like, giving back. I would
Right.
definitely like to give back to, the younger generations,
Like,
like those that's coming up under me.
like I hit the ding ding because I got another idea. But I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
off the air. I ain't gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you off the
Hey.
air because that you might make that a curriculum
Yeah.
because they teach art in school.
Mhm.
So just imagine, man. So man, it was good. Look, your journey is truly inspiring, man. I really like how you talk about not giving up.
Mm.
You keep on going forward as a young man. I think it's very important. Like now, I think it's very important that you had that mindset. And don't give up. Keep on doing what you're doing, and being passionate about it. And that's what's figuring out what your why is. Keep on moving forward because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of young people out here that's just, oh, it ain't working. So I'm just going. Not just young people, older people too. I mean, I did it a couple of times. But I put my foot down with this. I said, I'm 50 right now. I'm going hard for 5 years. 'Cause here's the thing: if we don't work on something for 5 years, it ain't going to work. Like you gotta give something at least 5 years. You can't give it a year, can't give it 2 years. You gotta at least give it 5 years for it to tick, right? That's just what I think. Me, Ice Cube, and some other people.
But like by that time, like way before that 5 years is up, it's all if you keep at it, it's already gonna become a habit.
Yep.
So it's gonna be instilled in you to keep going. So you're gonna keep working on that vision, and just by you putting in that work, like, it's gonna come back to you. Like,
Yep.
I'm a firm believer in, you reap what you sow. That
Ooh,
work you putting in
I'm gonna give it
is
back.
gonna come
It's
right
gonna
back to
come
you.
back
Like,
to you.
everything is a process. Everything is a give and take. You can't expect to give half-ass work and then,
And expect
and then
full
expect like A1 results. No,
results. Yeah.
that's not it.
With anything, whatever you put in, what you gonna get.
Exactly.
Whatever if you ain't putting in that, if you only putting in the hour a day of your passion, that's what you gonna get back. If you put in 8 hours a day, you're passion, you're gonna get better and better. Like you'll put. I really had to come to terms, and I think I started doing this when I really realized what I wanted to do. So when I realized that I wanted to coach, I didn't work no job that was
Mhm.
past 3 o'clock. That I had to stay past 3 o'clock.
That's
No,
that's because like
I didn't care how much you paid. My wife understood. Okay, keep on working these jobs. I had to work, to front the responsibilities, even though I still contribute a lot. But all right, that's if you go in and live your dream. We're gonna see how it's gonna work out. I ain't work a job. I ain't work weekends in a long time. Once I
Mhm.
figured out what I wanted to do, and I ain't work a job. Hey, if my time was paid. When I used to work for the state, I really had my own. As long as I can go 6 o'clock in the morning and leave that one.
Yeah, cool.
Creative most jobs I've been on for the last 2 years. I basically created my own. Even with school, with teaching, I get out of school at 3. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
Until I get to where I want to be at, I cannot work no other job. I cannot work a job that's going to take up most of my time
Mhm.
where I can't benefit from this. So my thing is, if you're gonna put 8 hours, 24 hours in a day, you better. If you're gonna work 8 hours, you better put that other 8 hours in
Yeah, something
your
like a
business,
craft.
your craft. You better put the other 8 hours into your craft. And then how many more? You got 6 hours left.
Yeah, like you got another 8.
16. You got another 8. You got
Yeah.
another 8 hours.
So
I was
like
thinking
get
about
that 8
18.
hours sleep,
Yeah,
bro.
that's the 8 hours of sleep. And again, that's that sacrifice, honey. We can't go out this week. We can't go out for a couple months.
Yeah.
I got work more. But when we go out, that's where we're going to Dubai.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's like we could have went somewhere small
Right,
back then, but we
right,
going
man. Now we
somewhere
going to
big.
Dubai somewhere big.
Right.
You want small or you want big? You gonna have to sacrifice that small to that big. Right now, we can't go out.
Yeah.
I can't spend no money like that. I'll treat you to some readers.
No,
That's the
we
best
still
I can
do a
do
little
right
something,
now. We
something,
still
but
do a
we
little
ain't.
something, but you know what I mean? I'm looking to go to Dubai instead of going to Orlando.
Yeah.
You know
I'm,
what I mean?
I'm looking past that.
Right, I'm looking past that. I really think you got to at least put 8 hours in. You can put 8 hours into making somebody else rich.
Yeah, but
You
put the
need to
other 8 hours into you, like,
put that other
or
8 hours
more.
into you or more, make yourself better and make your craft and grow your craft. I'm telling y'all, for the last couple of days, I haven't been asleep. Telling you, I can say I had a good 10 hours of sleep.
Hey, it really be like that. Like when you
Right.
really locked in
But I'm not,
and have a purpose to work on something.
man, I'll be like, o'clock in the morning, I get embarrassed. Like, I
Yeah.
got started here. Like,
Right.
all right, let me finish this up. But I know how to take power nap. Like before our podcast,
Yeah.
I ain't got anything else. 3:30. I lay back, yeah, 30-minute power nap. Get that 30-minute power nap to refresh. I'm telling you, I better learn how to take power naps.
It was
Look,
good.
you better sleep when you can, boy. Okay,
Yeah.
telling you, work and sleep when you can.
Sometimes
Man.
that feel better than like
Right,
the
a whole
long
eight
rest.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that power nap be hitting you sometimes.
You get a good meal,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Man, so again, your journey has been truly inspiring. I really appreciate you coming out. For all our listeners who want to follow your work and see your amazing sneaker transformations, where can they find you at on social media or online?
On Instagram and on TikTok, you can follow me at the Soul Resurrector. On X or Twitter, I call it Twitter personally, still Twitter. Forget what Elon Musk is. The Resurrected Soul, you can follow us on there. We also have a website, thesoulresurrector.com. So if you type that in, that's where you can make all your bookings and appointments and get in contact with me as well, besides social media. And you can also email us at soulresurrector@yahoo.com.
Look at that. So, see, so look, we all about sports. We all about all that. Sometimes we maneuver a little bit because to me, everybody has an underdog story. One question for you. What does an underdog mean to you?
Underdog, that's someone who, in my opinion, they have a chip on their shoulder. They got something to prove. They have something to prove, and they feel like they haven't gotten to that point where gotten the recognition they feel that they deserve. And it's
Right.
not out of entitlement, but it's just out of a sense of
I would-
really wanting something. They're hungry for something. Example, in basketball, you want that championship. It's a select few who like work day in and day out for that championship. Like no matter what team they on, like they going to give it 110%
110%, right.
every game, every practice. Even when they leaving practice, they practicing at home, doing what they
Mhm.
got to do. And the same thing with every other craft. Like if you're out working everyone who's around you or all your peers and the people in your industry, like that's what an underdog is to me. Like someone who constantly has something to prove to themselves and to the world. That's my definition of what an underdog is.
And that's a great one. So, same thing in my book. It explains what you just talked about. How JJ was that underdog thing. Nobody wanted to coach her. Everybody laughed at her because she was small and all that stuff. And then Coach came to the rescue and you became very special. So check that out, too. But man, I really appreciate you coming out. Great definition of an underdog. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on fighting. And one day, you'll have one of the, what is the shoe calling?
Sneaker con?
Sneaker
They
con.
calling?
Okay, sneaker. Sneakers, you have a sneaker card. You got your big display and everybody at your display. I see that. I really do because you're genuine, you're passionate. So I really see that for you in your future, man. I'm letting you know right now on here. I really see that in your future.
I appreciate the opportunity coming up here.
Oh no, I mean, man, look, I try to give everybody an opportunity. I don't care who you are, where you from. You got a story to tell. Sports or not, it's called the underdogs. It's mainly about sports. If somebody tell me they got a story that can motivate, because some stuff transition over. A good underdog story helps. Somebody that play a sport might find your hustle inspiring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just what I do. I love giving ordinary people, those out there underdogs, kind of voice. Everybody don't need to hear from a NFL star or NBA star
Yeah.
all the time. Some people can't relate to it. Like making millions out like so unless you got that struggle. Some people got relate to just regular old folk sometimes.
Yeah. Somebody that's like at that same level as you.
Yeah. Just trying to make it and they got that story with them. They just pushing through and keep on going, man. So again, I really appreciate you. And to everybody else for tuning in, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at sqbasketballchronicles.com. You can catch more episodes at Coach Q. That's Coach QUE. Do not just put Coach and then the letter Q. QUE on YouTube and Full Court Dreams for Underdogs. We on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. All right, so you can check us out on those. And for my blogs, I got blogs too, y'all. Yes, I do have a blog on the website talking about sports. So if you want to check those out, you can check my blogs out. And you can order the book on my website. Head over to sqbasketballchronicles.com. Please check out my Redbubble store, man. I'm telling you, I'm about to put stuff up. I got this new stuff I'm about to put on there. You don't want to miss it. It's tough. When I say tough, man, it is tough. So you don't want to miss out on that, on the new stuff that I'm about to put up on there on redbubble.com and just type in underdogs. My merchandise will come on up. All right, and again, check us out. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, X.
Yeah. Whatever they prefer.
X, whatever they prefer. X, Twitter, whatever they prefer. Facebook. Join our family, man. Join our community for a lot of updates. You get access to you probably get access to this podcast earlier than anybody else. Ebook, a lot of stuff that we do. So join our community on Underdog's Voice on Facebook. And follow us. Again, Joshua, thank you for coming out and sharing your journey with us. Your blend of art, passion for sneakers is truly unique and inspiring, man. So I really appreciate that. So to all my people out there, all my underdogs out there, until next time, keep dreaming big, play bold, and remember, it's the size of the fight and the underdog that counts. This is your Coach Q, signing out. Peace.